Hello and welcome back to the Gamescast Space Center. This is Kerbal Space Program, as you can see. So this is TGC 2. From the last episode, this managed to get us out into orbit and back again, with Jebediah actually surviving. So I thought what we try this time is we'll just go with this model. Now I did say at the end of the last one that we'd look at TGC 3 and try and, well, modify this, improve it, so to speak, and make sure that, well, we could get what we wanted out of it. Because the point of this was to try and go to the Mun, and eventually to land on the Mun as well. So I think we're actually going to go with this design. Now I know normally with these videos what I'll do is I'll do a design and build in one video and then a launch in the next. But actually I'm just going to go and cut the middleman out, and we're going to go straight for a launch. So let's head up here. So all my stages are correct, so that's all fine. Ignore that noise. This is the updated version of Kerbal Space Program. It's 0.2 now we're on. And first thing, okay, I have to do a bit of owning up here. You'll see this is now Bill Kerman. Some of you will be saying, wait a minute, where's Jebediah, our successful hero of space that is Jebediah? Unfortunately, I have some bad news for everybody. Jebediah is no longer with the space program. He is no longer on this mortal coil. I'm afraid that in a testing accident with a space plane, Jebediah sadly met his maker. Join me now for a moment of silence for Jebediah. And that's enough of that. So, yeah, unfortunately, I did a bit of testing off camera, which involved me messing about with the design for a spaceship. I thought I'd try out one idea, and that was fine. It worked okay. Had a bit of a disaster. I got Jebediah down nice and safe. Then I thought, let's go and have a bit of fun. Let's have a mess around with one of the default space planes, because there are, as you've probably seen me doing this before, when you go and load a ship, there are default spaceships, or rockets, sorry, even, and also space planes. So I picked one that looked quite awesome. Had a bit of a fly. Launched it, got it up, landed it successfully within a few minutes, and all was fine. Then I thought it'd be smart and try and do a launch, takeoff, and then loop the loop. And, well, yeah, I think I can kind of stop there when you know what happened after that. The ground apparently is quite hard. So, never mind. This is TGC 2. There's our space center. We have now a flag telling us the wind direction over here, which is one of the updates. In 0.2, along with many others. So we're going to go straight for a launch. We have a simple target, which is, if I can now find it, here we go, the Mun. That is our target. So that will now appear on our little display. There we go. That's the pink thing down there, appearing on our heads up on our trackball. That will show us where we need to go. So let's go back to the ship, because what I want to do is launch it. So in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We have liftoff. All going quite well. Let's just put our SAS on. Now I'm hoping this isn't deafening for you, because it is for me right now, because I didn't change my sound settings on my PC. Okay, so we're 2,500 meters. Going to start curbing off on the fuel usage. There we go, keep it around 150. Drop it down, drop it down. So the point of this is to try and save more fuel as we go up. I have the cross feed obviously working here and here, feeding from these outer ones into the central. But, oh, they're a bit slow, that's better. Let's burn it up again. Get ourselves up into orbit as much as we can. Drop it down a bit. Slow that down a little bit. There we go. Just need a nice steady ascent. Now in theory I actually only need this top bit here with the capsule, the fuel and the engine underneath there to get me to the Mun and be able to get round, if I can get my trajectories right anyway. So let's just knock that off a little bit. Let's start turning our craft around. And one thing I probably should have done is actually to put aerofoils on this to help stabilisation, to make those turns a little bit simpler. Turn into the 90-degree line. And let's use the SAS to try and stabilise that. Burn off that last bit. And there we go. So that's our exterior rockets gone. We'll slow that throttle down. That's a little bit too much. I want to try and keep some fuel, because we're going to need quite a bit of fuel to get us into the moving stage as we rotating a bit as well. Don't need rotating. That's not a good thing. We're going to need some fuel to get our moves going. We're up in orbit. 26,000 meters, going well. Going to throttle back a bit more. Okay, let's see how we're doing. That's good. Going well. Happy with that so far. Still climbing steadily. That's nice. Angle's not brilliant. I could do with actually rotating that round a bit better. There we go. Let's do that. Just for completeness. Okay, so we have the fuel tanks here. Let's have a quick look how these are doing. Main tank, yeah, so it's going down quite fast now. 34,000, right. Let's back that right off. And we'll quickly go to our map. Actually, we'll shut that off altogether. There we go. Zoom in a little bit. That's, no, that's not going to work at all. That's too close. So let's do a maneuver here, 20 seconds. Let's get this out. Okay. So let's turn that off. Let's rotate our ship round. We have 9 seconds to make this maneuver. It's not very long, but then we're going to have to kick our engines in and kick them in. There we go. So big burn here. Let's pull that back, turn the SAS off, get direction back. I've not done too well. I should have been up higher in orbit really to get this to working properly, but for now it will do. Let's have a quick look at our resources. Yeah, that's burning off quite a lot. That's fine, that's fine. We can do this. Still working in real time here. There is no there's no acceleration of time going on here. Well, we'll do a little bit though. How's the resources going? Yep, burning down quite quick. Let's cut that off. We haven't actually attained orbit. Ah, that's because we're completely and utterly going off. Okay, so I think we might have to abort this mission. Let's go back. We're in a really bad spin now. Okay, this isn't good. Right. Gone off on a spin. Okay, so this is kind of failing right now. Let's just burn that off. Just slow our descent as much as we can. Put ourselves into retrograde. Okay, has this gone wrong? Not a great launch, has to be said. Burning, 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 burning. Slowing down. Okay, so let it descend. So it's turned sideways. That's why. There we go. So we're just going to let this fall. We can try and get it back into retrograde position. Which is just there. Oh! And we'll hold it into that. There we go. Bit lower, then we'll deploy the parachute. Not a great launch, has to be said. Never mind. Parachute deployed. There we go. Lovely stuff. Okay, so he's definitely down fine. We'll end the flight there. I just like to do that so we know that we can actually get him down again. It's all good practice. All good practice.